Hi guys, today we will have a look at these three modules. They are probably from flight computer from the 70s. They are French made. I got them in a grab bag from eBay grab bag with maybe some other stuff quite a long time ago, and they are in fact in nice condition and they are really nice stuff. So what do we have? The first one, we have main integrator made by SFENA, serial number 114, dead code of no, maybe a general checking or control, June 1972. So we have a mounting plate here with screw holes. I will move the other ones. We have factory seal or factory refurbishing seal, and we have electrical pins. You can see the contacts with glass insulators. So it looks like it was either soldered, I don't know, either on a PCB, maybe on a flex circuit, or maybe directly on wires. But there are no loops for wires, so it looks like it was soldered onto a PCB. It is quite weird. And on this side we have something called induction potentiometer, made by SFENA also. So it is a potentiometer but acting on inductors and not on resistors. This is quite weird. I do not know if I will be able to open it. Maybe I can try. Okay, this is the first one. The second one is the synchro repeater. Date code December 1967 on this one. Serial number 285. So it is the same thing than this one, but we haven't got the part at the bottom. And we have the same kind of connections at the top, as you can see. With just 3 little screws to keep the cover in place. And the bigger one has the contacts on the bottom, a whole bunch of contacts, as you can hear. We have air inlets for static and dynamic air pressures. And it is called servo adapter for air pressure. Serial number 703. Quite a lot of modifications on this one, it seems. So we will start to have a look with the most simple one, the one with nothing at the bottom, the synchro repeater. So it is just a matter of removing 3 tiny cover screws with, of course, my screwdriver, which is too big. You can call this Murphy's Law. So the first one. As you can see, it is pretty well made in these things. The cost back in the time was probably incredible. So here is what we have. We have one PCB, so 2 mechanical structural plates with standoffs in this direction. So we have a PCB with a corkwood assembly with transistors. Big, well, capacitor here, another one here. Capacitors are of a precise brand. On this side we have 2 synchro or motor assemblies, resolder or motor assemblies. As you can see, in a very nice, what seems to be a stainless body. And here a whole set of gears. So it is some kind of mechanical link, mechanical computing. Here we have a small transformer, and you can see this insanely fine wire, guys. It is just crazy how this wire is fine. Maybe I can show you. Yes. For comparison, here is a regular bit of Ethernet wire, and you can see it is much. It is the size of a core of the Ethernet wire, almost. Quite impressive. So this is the first one. We have one other transistor here at the back, stuck at the back, with long leads, and I can see it is a golden case transistor. And little loops of wires in here. Quite amazing, this thing. You can see here the wire harness. Maybe you can see better like so. Really fine, and they are hand tied. So this is quite a piece of work, guys. Quite amazed with these things, and the other ones are even better. So it was the first unit. We will go to the next one. So the next unit, the main integrator. First, about this thing on the back, it seems we have soldered terminals here, so there was probably a wire harness going here. So I will try to open this side, but I did never do it. I see two little screws which are very tight. So I will try to remove these two screws here, and then the two top screws. I have no clue where I am going here. We will see. Need a smaller screwdriver. This is tight, guys. This is tight. And in fact, the slot of the screw is so small. The screwdrivers are almost too big for it. Ah. Here is the screw that came out of it. So it looks like it will remove the whole assembly, but it will not remove the cover of it. But it seems this one don't want to come off. There we are. A little bit damage, I will file it a little bit. And the cover does not come off. There is a sticker here. Maybe keep it in place. I will just try with a blade to see what happens. Pry them apart, but no. It seems we have a little gap now. Yes. So it may come off. Probably we have a bearing or something, and yes, not sure. It is coming off, but it is very hard. Probably a very precise fit. So yes, it must be that. Here we are. So what do we have in it? Well, we have a cover with bearing, and we have something. I do not know. Looks like this part can rotate. And all around we have this assembly with what seems to be very tiny stator coils. So it must be some kind of resolver. So transmitter either. I can see a coil also in the middle here. So it is a whole set of copper coils. Interesting. Do we have magnets here? No, they are not magnets. So interesting. I will put back this cover in place for, well, try to, for opening the other side. So I guess the construction is more or less the same thing as the other one. Yes. We have here two biphase motors made by SFENA in March 1976. Each one has a serial number, and as you can see there is a quite big gap between the serial numbers. This one is 25585. This one is 30291, made in April of 76. So here we have, excuse me, here we have a little PCB with old school resistors. And at the other side, I'm not sure if you will be able to see it because it's so small, we have one more little corkwood assembly. We have one little transformer, and we have one other corkwood assembly, so it is 2 times the same thing, it seems. We have 2 motors, we have some gears going to this bottom thing, which I have no clue what it does. I can see 2 micro switches here and here. So this is interesting. And again you can see the very fine wire harness. Quite amazing. In this wire harness we have 4 wires, guys. And more of the same stuff here. Here also. Pretty impressive, this stuff. I would like to have a wall assembly using these units, but I did never see it, so I do not know what it looks like. Okay, so this was this one. I hope it will not be a big deal to put this back together. It seems to be possible at least. Okay, now we will have a look at the last unit, the bigger one. So on this module we have 8 screws to remove, so I did undo them off camera to save some time on the upload. And here we have a seal, which is pretty boring. It is an O-ring, because the case is airtight, probably for air pressure reference. There we are. So we have an O-ring, we have this stuff. I do not know what we have in this. I did never take it apart, and I will not take it apart. So first you can see the wire harness coming from the contacts here. All these contacts, guys, go in this wire harness. It is how the wires are fine. Here it seems we have two sets of 3 contacts. So I guess they may be potentiometers. We have at this end one more PCB with dead bug transistors with nice color coded legs, as you can see. One metal case diode here. We have also here one piece of pipe coming from this hole and going, it seems, to this set of aneroid capsules. Here there is something, I don't know what. Looks like the other thing, in fact. the induction potentiometer on the other module. There is also a number of contacts, and I can see coils also in this. So it may be the same thing in a smaller scale. We have one more of these little transformers here with a little terminal relay PCB mounted on it. We have, it looks like, I may be able to separate these parts, but I do not know, so I will not attempt. But the small plates here which are screwed in place. So we have PCBs, we have one synchro or something with a nice metal plate at the end with model number. But it is not written what it is, this one. And we have a set of gears here in the middle. Very nice brass parts, as you can see, for plates, structural plates. So I do not know. Yes, this pipe is quite rigid, so I will not be able to pop it open if I remove these screws. Quite a thing, really. Small glass coated resistors here, but it's very nice. Really regular brand of resistors. As you can see here, we have a weird piece, shaped piece with stuff going in it. So it must be picking up the something must move because of a change of air pressure. And it must be picking up this up one way or another. Maybe it interacts with the other parts. By the way, I can see there is a serial number written on this PCB here at the bottom. It does not match the case serial number. And this is quite impressive, guys. Really beautiful stuff. I would like to get my hands on more of this stuff, really. Even this one are in very good condition, but getting some in a bad condition for taking them apart completely should not be a bad idea. But you cannot find them anywhere by now, I guess. Okay. The transistors are made by, this one is a Texas Instrument QN657, QN338, and yes, here we are for this thing, guys. Oh, I can move the gears on this one. On the others they were locked in place and did not turn, but so as you can see, everything is moving. It looks like this part here, the capsules will push more or less on this part here, and it will have maybe disengage the gear inside here and change the ratio between gears or something like this. Maybe. Quite weird anyway, this thing, and very complicated. But at least it turns. The whole assembly in here turns. So it's probably making a change here in potentiometers. And here we are for this thing. We are here, have here at least 4 wires, so it is not a simple motor here, it is something more complicated. Okay, now it is all this time. Thanks for watching, bye bye.